ever wondered why it is that some people make a phenomenal amount of personal and professional progress in life, while other people can spend anything up to an entire lifetime going around and round in circles, living completely unfulfilled lives, and totally unaware of how it is that they can get the very best out of both themselves and out of other people? You see, since its initial conceptualization back in the late 1970s, neurolinguistic programming has become internationally respected as the science of personal excellence. NLP has proven itself over time as a contemporary body of ideas, techniques, frameworks and principles that we can learn how to use as human beings to enhance and maximize our own inner well-being, our personal effectiveness, and also the general sense of fulfillment that we experience in day-to-day life. So throughout this course, I would like very much to show you how anything that the mind can do, it can also undo. And this can often be one of the most eye-opening truths about what it means to be human. Because becoming an expert in NLP is the first step that you can take towards playing a far more influential role in maximizing your relationships, experiencing a far deeper sense of contentment in life, and also deepening the connection that you have with virtually everyone that you know, whether in an intimate, a personal, social, or even in a professional context. So over the next 20 hours or so, my promise to you is that I'm going to do my very, very best to share absolutely everything that you need to know about this fascinating life science, so that upon completion you can become a competent and also a confident NLP practitioner who is grounded not just in head knowledge but also in understanding. You see, NLP is kind of like an instruction manual for the brain, which unfortunately we weren't given when we were born. It helps us to understand our thoughts, our feelings, our beliefs, attitudes, and our behaviours, and even why it is that we do, or sometimes don't do, the things that we really want to do in life. Through this course, I want to help you better appreciate that in life, most people very rarely do the things that they do for the reasons that you and I would naturally be inclined to think that they do them. And it's in understanding these reasons that allows us, as NLP practitioners, to better connect and relate to both ourselves and other people on a deeper and far more profound level from the inside out. So in order to help you manage your expectations about what it is that you can expect from this course, it's absolutely crucial that you know at this stage that I'm going to be taking a very pragmatic and common sense approach towards teaching NLP. Because it's one thing knowing what NLP is and what all the main ideas are. However, understanding these ideas and then putting them into practice is a whole different ballgame. So this is really what I've designed this course to help you achieve. Because once you know what it is that actually drives us as human beings, well, you're going to become a person of far greater influence and also of far greater value to all those people who you already know, and also to those who you're going to come to know at some point in the future. Because if you think about it, this is kind of what all of us really want from life anyway, isn't it? To live our lives at our very best, whilst knowing that we're actually making a positive impact in the lives of other people. And I guess that it's this alone that makes NLP the core science of what it actually means to be human. You see, when we are young, our parents are our initial teachers in life. And whether they were good at doing this or whether they were not so good, they taught us something nonetheless, which today, this something, we're going to perceive as being our rights and our wrongs. They're fundamentally the rules that we unconsciously live our lives by. You see, our parents do this huge job and play this huge role in helping us to shape our beliefs, our values, and our behaviours, whilst also teaching us, often on this unconscious level, how it is that we must conduct ourselves relationally and communicate with other people. What I'm saying here is that our parents have played a greater role in our lives in shaping us than what many of us might think, and also in helping us to form the beliefs that we have about ourselves, about the world we live in, and about how life should be lived in the most effective ways. And what this means is that there's a huge variety in the way that people approach apply, and teach NLP, which also means that although my approach might work very well for some people, it might not be so ideal for others. And at this stage of the course, I'd just like to help you to manage your expectations and state or guarantee that this course will not be perfect. And the reason for this is that NLP is still a relatively new, evolving science and very much still in its own development. And also, all people have their own unique ways in which they prefer to learn. So as NLP continues to grow and evolve, and as I, as a teacher, continue to evolve and improve, I guarantee to add more and more lessons to the course so that over time you can continue to get more and more value. Is that okay? But so far and up until now, myself and the team have created, I think, just over 22 hours worth of video lessons for you, which will more likely increase over time. Each one of the videos being accompanied with an MP3 audio version that you can download and listen to again when you're elsewhere on the move. I've done my very best to create this course as a holistic learning experience, which is going to be including instructional tutorials, practical demonstrations, or quite a few practical demonstrations actually, and a range of very practical exercises that should hopefully help you to put the main principles and the ideas that I teach in a practice right away, alongside of other fascinating fact sheets, workbooks, and additional resources that should help you to become not just confident in the information that I'm going to be sharing with you, but also to help you go on to become a competent NLP practitioner with all of the insights that you're going to need for putting all of this new understanding that you're going to gain into practice right away. So for the rest of this section, I'm just going to get started with the core basics because it's important that we get some foundations down. I'm going to guide you through the main underlying ideas of NLP, where the science came from, how it originated, and some of the general principles that the rest of the course is going to be built and based upon. And at this stage, all I'm going to ask is that you please be patient. A, with yourself, B, with the course, and also with me. Unfortunately, I've got a Scottish accent. Sometimes I might speak a little bit too fast or mumble my words, but that's because I'm an imperfect human being just like you. But I do guarantee that I've created this course with complete consideration for all of the main learning styles, which means that over the sections that follow, I'm going to be building layer upon layer, incrementally. And the reason for this is that when we eventually move on to the more advanced teachings later in the course, you're going to have a strong set of foundational understandings on which you can then go on to build upon. So at this stage, I'd also like to point you in the direction of the additional resources section of the course, which you're going to find by clicking on the course contents tab, where attached to this actual video, you're going to be able to access and download a course journal stroke learning logbook, which has a section of space available for every single video in the course, in which you can take down any notes that you find useful and record all of the aha moments that you're going to be having. And I'm relatively confident that by the end of the course you're going to have had quite a few. For now though, that is the introduction of the course officially over. You're hopefully going to be glad to hear. In the next video, I'm going to be sharing with you one idea just to open the course up, and then in the video that follows, I'm going to give you the complete lowdown showdown, a complete breakdown of everything that we're going to be covering throughout the course. So without any further ado, let's just get started and jump right in. What I'm hoping you're going to find to be a relatively interesting and eye-opening and also an extremely thought-provoking journey.